It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing today?
Man, blessed and highly favored. Happy to have you this morning. We know you got a good word as usual.
Oh, thank you so much, Rickey. You see, we spend too much of our lives dealing with people who can be real fake on us. But the good news is there is a friend. As a matter of fact, I believe there's a friend who sticks closer than any brother, and that is our great God, our great Jesus is a friend who will not fake or flake on you. And whenever you have a friend like that, that's a friend that will see you through your lonely days, that will see you through those dark nights where you're wondering how you're going to make it. But here's the good news. There's not a friend like our Jesus. What kind of friend is Jesus? Jesus is the type of friend who, number one, loves you unconditionally. Isn't it good to know that you are loved unconditionally? You don't have to do anything to earn this love. You don't have to prove yourself to earn this love. You are already loved just the way you are. And listen, when you are loved unconditionally by our Jesus, here's the good news. Every day you wake up able to say, you know what, I'm enough. Regardless of what people say about me, regardless of what has been done to me, I am enough. I don't have to act like I'm this or act like I'm that. I'm enough already because I've got a friend who loves me unconditionally. But not only does he love you unconditionally, he forgives you. That's good news right there, because I don't care who you are. All of us have done some stuff that we are ashamed of, or we've been shamed by other people. But there's not a friend like Jesus, because he won't shame you. He will lift you. He will forgive you. He will give you a chance. And when he gives you a chance, here's the good news. You wake up every day in the power of another chance, because you know you've got a friend who forgives you, who looks beyond your faults and sees your needs. And so that's the word of the day. If other people have faked on you, if other people have tried to attack you, I've got a friend who I want to recommend for you, and that friend will love you unconditionally. That friend will forgive you regardless of what happens, regardless of what you've done. So you ain't got to live your life in shame or in guilt, but you can live your life in grace, being your best self, knowing that you are enough, because there's not a friend like our Jesus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pastor Haynes, that's a good word, man. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can catch me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes. And my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Pastor Haynes. Thank you, man.
Love you, Rickey.
Let's get it. Yes, sir. You too. Let's get into some music right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 13 after the hour. Y'all, this segment is being brought to you by Gain. That's right. If your laundry is longing for a scent that's seriously irresistible, you got to try Gain Flings Detergent. There it is, 13 after the hour. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. So faith leaders held a rally over the weekend after jurors found 18-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse not guilty on any charge related to the killing death of two men and injuring one during a racial justice protest in Wisconsin last year. Now, during an interview with Fox News that will air this evening, Rittenhouse said that he's not a racist person and that he supports the Black Lives Matter movement. That's his quote. Moving on, at least 5 people were killed and more than 40 were injured in Wisconsin on yesterday when an SUV drove in through barricades at a Christmas parade. Among those hit by the SUV was a group of young dancers and a Dancing Grannies Club. A police officer fired his gun to stop the SUV, and the suspect is now in custody. Last but not least, closing arguments are scheduled for today in the Georgia murder trial of 3 white men charged in the killing death of Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old black man who they saw jogging in their neighborhood. The men claim that they suspected Aubrey had burglarized the house that was under construction, but no evidence proves that he committed any crimes. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Well, let's get everybody caught up to speed on what happened in football over the weekend. A couple of upsets. Indianapolis beat Buffalo. That wasn't even close, man. But what's up with the Houston Texans, man, beating Tennessee? Even though Tennessee ain't got your boy Henry no more, but Houston, they was...
NFL is so unpredictable.
You never know, man. Dallas Cowboys lose to Kansas City.
That was just physical and nasty.
That was, man. They couldn't...
Pushed around. Them dude, that front line was too big.
Yes, sir.
Too big and nasty. Pushed them all around. They couldn't get no running game going. Them little short passes, they contained them. And
they had no answer to Tyreek Hill, of course.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football tonight, the Giants versus Tampa Bay. Let's talk college football real fast, man. Michigan State got blew out by Ohio State. I already knew that was going to happen. I said that on Friday.
It's going to be Georgia and Ohio State in the national championship. We hate to admit it, but that's real.
I'm glad you said that because Alabama struggled with Arkansas. Cincinnati still undefeated. They demolished SMU.
They're going to get killed in the playoffs.
Oregon lost. I'm glad you said that, too, because Oregon lost. All right, they was number 3. My new CFP, college football playoff rankings, is Georgia 1, Ohio State number 2, Alabama's number 3. You got to put Cincinnati number 4 now. I don't care what they say. Michigan's going to be number 5. And
you can't put Michigan number 4 and you got Cincinnati because they still haven't lost?
Michigan still got to beat Ohio State, and Cincinnati still hadn't lost.
That's gonna be the game.
Come on now, that's this weekend.
That's gonna be the game.
Yes, sir.
And of course, Alabama and Auburn's gonna be good.
Yes, sir. And I think in order for Alabama to have a chance, to beat Georgia, they got to play a perfect game. If Alabama don't play a perfect game, man, Georgia gonna beat them. You know, Georgia.
Our defense suck, and it ain't happening. But we'll get that Heisman. We'll take that Heisman trophy though, and we'll rebuild for next year's Super Dave. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
540-something passing yards from Bryce Young.
Yeah,
Bryce Young is the truth, but that defense is horrible.
Yeah,
horrible.
Yeah.
You ain't got to tell me.
What we've seen in the past from Alabama. That defense is horrible.
I'm mad, Super Dave. They need to find a defensive coordinator immediately.
But here's the deal, though. Don't be mad. Alabama's still in it.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. What you in it for?
But here's the deal. You
say Alabama's still in it, but why are we in it? We in it to win it.
Right.
We don't want to go and get embarrassed on the big stage.
But check this out, though. Georgia, outside of struggling with Clemson to open up the season, they really ain't had no off week yet.
Right.
So let's just pray for you. They have an off week against Alabama.
We're not scared now.
Uh-huh.
Georgia ain't seen no offense like Alabama. We not scared.
Alabama ain't never scared.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
I ain't saying that.
We might not win, but we damn sure ain't scared.
Yeah, we understand that, but keep hope alive.
Yeah, it is alive.
But Georgia's some grown men, man. I mean, ain't nobody gonna beat them unless they have just one of them off weeks.
Yeah,
it is what it is. All right, we got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
Did you miss me?
Come on now.
Yes. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, man, our girl Cardi B held it down last night. Her hosting duties for the very first time at the 2021 American Music Awards last night, and she was epic. Did y'all see her outfits? Did anybody see this beside
changes?
me?
Those wardrobe changes were epic.
Killed it. Oh, I'm so proud
of her. I know Gary was twirling.
Yeah, okay. So 22 of the awards weren't televised, y'all, including Drake's win for favorite male hip-hop artist and Meg Thee Stallion for winning favorite female hip-hop artist. Now, Cardi B shared that her husband Offset tried to reach out to JoJo Siwa to meet their daughter Culture. However, JoJo was booked and busy, Cardi joked. And once onto the stage to present, JoJo promised to meet Culture and joked that she accepts Bitcoin payments and votes for Dancing with the Stars. That was cute. too. Some of the performers of the night was Chloe with her hit Have Mercy. J-Lo also performed On My Way, Marry Me from the soundtrack of her upcoming film Marry Me. And Giveon did an awesome job also with a sultry performance of his song Heartbreak Anniversary. Now everybody's favorite last night, New Edition. They're about to start touring together, so they hit the stage and they did a good old medley of Candy Girl, Mr. Telephone Man, Can You Stand the Rain, and If It Is Love. It was so dope. And some of the other big winners were Lil Nas X with favorite music video, Meg Thee Stallion favorite hip hop album, The Weeknd won for favorite male artist, Kanye won for favorite gospel artist, and Cardi B took home the favorite hip hop song with Up. As typical, you know, Cardi B. This is what she did when she accepted the award. Y'all check it out.
Oh my God, I'm so famous. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you, Barty Gang, my fans, to the new fans, to the ones that have been holding me down for all these years. Thank you for voting for me. But now I gotta host. And thank you, Jesus. You always gotta thank Jesus. Anyways, I gotta go home.
and you know she's sincere and genuine. That's what I love about her. That's what everybody love about her.
That's what I love about her too. She has so much fun. It's like she was born to do this. And when I tell you, Rick, she looks so good in her outfits. Baby, she shut it down. I know Gary, if he was here, he would be going crazy right now.
I know he would.
Ooh,
Brad, did you see Mickey Guyton, the black country singer, Rickey Smiley?
I love Mickey Guyton. Oh my God.
My
she is. Oh my God!
She murdered it.
Wow.
She's amazing, and I'm so happy that we getting into the country music. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of black people that do country music, and they don't want to give us no recognition, and it's dope. And K. Michelle finna start doing country music. No, for real, I heard the song sounded like Dolly. She sounded like Dolly Parton. For real.
I'm cool with country music as long as it don't sound bluegrass.
It doesn't.
That's when I start getting scared.
Yeah, we can't.
This is country went to church.
Yeah,
that's how she
church. Yeah. I like the modern country, but that stuff they used to sing on Hee Haw when you had to sit down and watch that with your grandmama. Leave despair is agony on me. Oh.
No,
we don't have no bad luck or have no luck at all. Oh. Leave despair is agony on me.
Oh, y'all. Okay, y'all. After announcing that they've officially squashed their issues, Kanye West has announced the Free Larry Hoover benefit concert featuring special guest none other than Drake. The concert will take place on December 9th at Los Angeles Coliseum. Tickets for the event will go on sale today at 10 a.m. Pacific. Okay, then that's what we doing then. That's what's up. Last but not least, y'all, I don't know if y'all know Rockmond Dunbar. Well, that's the black dude on Fox who's married to Angelina Jolie, who turned out to be gay. But anyway, he's leaving the series after 4 seasons due to the COVID-19 vaccination requirement on set. He reportedly requested a medical exemption and later sought a religious exemption. Sources say they both were reviewed by Disney and were rejected. Dunbar said in a statement, I applied for religious and medical accommodations pursuant to the law and unfortunately was denied by my employer. I've been an actor in this business for 30 years, but my greatest roles are as a husband and a father to my 4 small children. I've been blessed to spend time with this series and wish everyone involved nothing but the best. Now, I'm going to hate to see him leave 911 because he does really good on that show. Oh, man. God. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's Joke of the Day. And oh, Lord, is it going to be funny? And why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. 866-9-RICKEY. Time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Right, see, joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, Rock, it's got to be funny.
A bear walks into a bar and says to the bartender, I'll have a pint of beer. The bartender says, why the big paws? Oh, yeah, these? I've always had them.
Why the big paws?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The big pause.
Yeah, pause.
P-A-W-S. Not
as opposed to P-A-U-S.
P-A-U-S-E.
Help us, Lord.
Is that called considered a homonym, antonym, or synonym?
It's a unfunny name.
None of them.
Whacking them.
You said what, Dave?
It's a none of them.
It's not even a double entendre.
It's
Come on,
nothing.
Ricky, for vocabulary.
Oh, man. Hey, I got one, Dave.
Tundra.
Since we had it. So,
God.
a horse walks in a bar, and the bartender say, "Hey, why the long face?"
It's old school right there, dog.
You know what? I got one, then. I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you call an Eskimo lesbian?
What do you call an Eskimo lesbian?
A Klondike. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Thank you, Brad, for saving us. Come on, y'all. One time for Brad. She saved us, y'all. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir.
I love you, baby.
Say what, Brad?
I love you, baby.
Y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 6 minutes after the hour, y'all. Listen, man, Gary is taking the day off, but today, do not worry, man. We got you. So this morning show is throwing a tea party so we can talk about all of the mess that's brewing. Now, if you follow me on social media, you have seen Twan the Dawn with our weekly morning show recaps, and he often is the first one to post when news hit the streets. So I had to invite him to pour tea with us this morning. Welcome to the tea party, Twan the Dawn.
Twan the Dawn. Diggity Dawn.
Y'all know Twan works for the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So Twan, you know, we kind of been waiting on the return of Wendy Williams, for her to come back to the show. But I hear that it may be a lot longer than we hope. So what's going on?
Well, how you doing? It's not looking really good.
Come on, Jack.
How you doing? Word on the street is Wendy is confined to a wheelchair. She's confined to a wheelchair. Yeah, it's sad. According to reports, she has lost all blood circulation in her legs and in her feet, and she's in this wheelchair. And they say the return to the show is not looking good right now. So we got to pray for Wendy. We know she's been battling with addiction, alcoholism, all that good stuff, and it's also being reported that Wendy is now suffering from the early stages of dementia. So, wow, this is sad. Yeah, that's what they say.
She's just in her mid-50s, right?
57 years old. 57.
All of that stuff, man, what her husband took her through and just all that different
stuff.
She lost
her mom,
stuff, man.
all kinds of stuff. So she's really going through it. Her brother was actually speaking with blogger Tasha K, and all of this news came out. So let's definitely keep Wendy in our thoughts and our prayers.
Wow. Wow.
Well, you know what, Twan? I hear that Sheree Whitfield is back on Real Housewives of Atlanta now, and they just started filming. Now, how did this lady already lose her boyfriend over the show? Now, what happened?
Well, they say this was her entire storyline. She's dating a dude named Tyrone Gillums. He just got out of prison. He was serving a 10-year sentence. They let him out early because of COVID. She was in New York, and she was supposed to be meeting with him for lunch. Now, according to sources, Tyrone stood her up. Now, we all know that he's confined to he's on home confinement. He's not supposed to be out. And Sheree allegedly is trying to set the man up, and he's afraid that if he ends up on the show, he'll be back in prison. So
that's violation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that
she's looking all sad on the internet.
Be.
Yeah, so I don't know how that works. I've never been to jail, but they say a few people on the show have, so I don't know how that works.
Wow.
How you have
really, Twan? Really,
Oh, no, not you, Brad. I'm sorry. I was talking to Special K.
Don't do that, Twan. I have PTSD. Don't do that.
We all had a little visitor, too, you know.
hey, Brad, at least this morning show got street cred. Right?
Okay.
We definitely can come out with alcohol. Everybody on here did something. I ain't do as much as y'all, but I feel you, though.
But you a gunshot victim, so you know.
Yeah.
We all been in it some kind of way.
Street cred, Rick.
Okay.
Okay, Twan, so I need you to help me unpack something really fast. Now, I know we talked about Danny Lay and the baby and all their drama last week, but yesterday, I saw her getting super dragged for something else on the Instagrams and internet. What exactly happened?
It's her bounce for me. I'm just saying, she was actually speaking with a girl named Blue from Hollywood Unlocked. They were on a Latina what do you call it? Like they were doing a press conference, and they were doing a mic.
Okay.
They were testing their mics, and she says backstage that Danny just opened up, was very candid with her, and said she's in love with black men and black music, but she does not consider herself black. And she also said that because of that, black women are jealous of her.
Hold on,
Yeah,
wait. Isn't she Dominican?
She is, but she does not identify with black, which makes me concerned because on that live, she was throwing that N-word left and right. So I'm just saying, in other news, in other the baby and Danny Lay news, her brother says that he's ready to fight the baby. So
I bet
we gotta pray
he
for the brother because we know about the baby. Allegedly,
Baby got hands.
And
They
weapons.
got hands and feet.
And weapons too.
Yes.
So we got.
Real quick. Anything on the murder of young Dolph? Anything that's being reported?
It is a lot happening with that. They just discovered the car that was used in the murder, and apparently someone got shot at the same house they found the car at. So, but low key, Rickey Smiley is all over this story. Y'all think I be reporting the news? I get it from Ricky.
Yeah,
he is the internet.
Yeah, straight. I got connection with the MPD.
See,
so I make one phone call. So I got a lot of stuff that I know stuff that I can't even talk about. You know,
I just be sitting around listening. And
because they listen to the show, but that's crazy. So all right, y'all, and that's a wrap for our tea party this morning. Twan, thank you for helping us out, man. So everybody, if you want breaking news, and he have it. I don't know how you got all your sources, your ears to the ground. Let everybody know how they can follow you.
My party's on Facebook. Just go to Facebook and search Twan360 or Antoine Edwards.
Yes. So what? One more time.
Twan360 or Antoine Edwards on Facebook.
There it is, y'all. Hey,
and my Twan spelled different. It's T-O-I-N-E.
Get it right.
T-O-I-N-E.
His Twan spelled different.
All right, y'all. I got your wake up calls coming up next, man. Hit us up 866-9-RICKY 866-9-RICKEY Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Thank y'all.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 24 minutes after the hour. Got your wake up calls 866-9-RICKY. Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning, this is Jolie calling from Greenville, North Carolina. I just want to wake up my mom, my dad, and my sister, and I want to wake up Southwood staff. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Steve. I'm calling from Baton Rouge. I'd like to wake up my wife, Faye, Carmelita, and Brittany. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Greta with Rosalie's Home Kitchen from Jacksonville, Florida, saying good morning, America. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Rick from Goldsboro. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. Yo, this your boy Mike Holmes in Savannah, Georgia. Time to wake up, go to work and to school. Shout out to all the dudes in Savannah.
912, what up, y'all? Let's go.
Portland, wake up. In Charlotte, wake up. In Raleigh, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Baltimore, wake up. In Nashville, wake up. Indianapolis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate your breath.
You welcome, Ricky.
Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Bernie Janie.
Woo.
Janie.
Hey. The church never vote that you will not be doing greens for our annual Thanksgiving dinner. The members complain that you don't cut the stems out your greens. What happened last year, Janie? You was in a rush?
No.
You had to cut the stems out your green. Did anybody like stems in their greens?
Nah, they getting away a little bit.
I like them sometimes.
Yeah, you got to take some scissors. You can use scissors.
Yes, sir.
And take some scissors and sit there leaf by leaf and cut the stems out your greens. And the young folks said they don't like stems in their greens either, or the seeds. I don't know what they
They talking about something else, Miss Jenkins.
Huh?
They talking about something
I
else.
was wondering why these young people said they don't like stems and seeds in their greens. I said, me either.
That's a different kind of green.
But my bag of greens is bigger than their bag of greens. Now, I saw somebody had a bag of greens. The young person had a bag of greens. I don't know if they came from Walmart or Publix or wherever. But there's in a Ziploc bag. But he went to jail for his greens. But to show you how good God is, God let me to live. And I left out of there with 8 bags of greens, and the police didn't bother me. But my grandson went to jail for 1 bag of greens. Now his greens was greener than my greens. And I don't know what the big deal was, but these police is prejudiced. So y'all be careful with the green. Don't use the young folks' greens. My greens make me want to get up and praise the Lord. They greens, they go to sleep. My greens, we eat it with cornbread. But they greens, what they put it in the paper for? Why they taking their greens and putting it in the paper and rolling it up and licking it? That ain't how you eat no greens. And then they smoking them. I use liquid smoke in my greens. They take their greens and they smoke them. Don't invite none of these young folks at your house for Thanksgiving. They don't know how to deal with greens.
And then rolled up your greens.
I roll mine up to cut them. All members of the senior choir gonna be asked to please stop rubbing your bare feet and scratching them up in the choir stand during service. Deacon Waters be having to run the vacuum up there, and all that dead foot skin be like Parmesan cheese. And then clogged up the vacuum cleaner twice, and now they got to buy another one. The church don't have money to keep paying for stuff like that. Now, JD, there's a $30 reward for anybody that know who stole a case of frozen pig feet. Some sweet potatoes missing.
Oh, no.
And mustard greens from the church kitchen. Now, the greens can be replaced, but the pig feet was flued in on a special order from Memphis for the First Lady's birthday dinner this Sunday. So the pastor really is in his feelings right now.
He flew them in?
Huh?
He flew them?
They flew them in. Flew them in. They got flued in.
Yes.
It's a difference between pig feet and flued in pig feet.
They imported.
Yes, sir. The rich folks call them steppers. Now, the funeral service for Deacon Willie Parham Sr. will be on Saturday. Did you know him, Janie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he suffered from clogged arteries, shoulder spasms, nerve damage, calf muscle swelling, dilated pupils, neck cramps, and explosive diarrhea. But he was dealing with all that. That ain't what killed him.
What killed him?
What killed him was he was in the old folks' home and he had pulled up to watch CNN before bed. Don Lemon. And the TV room was too cold. And you know, Willie was bald-headed and went out to put a skull cap, but grabbed a tube sock by mistake and put it all the way down over his face on accident. It wasn't strong enough to pull it back off and suffocated himself in front of the TV. And the last thing he saw was Don Lemon going to commercial break. Y'all pray for the family. That concludes our church announcement. All right, Janie, I'll call you. All right.
Black Tony, you hear how everybody doing their job and doing what they supposed to do, coming to work every day, man. We getting ready to have this Thanksgiving break. Like, you see what y'all lying? You see all the shows y'all lying shoulder to. Brett showing up at her shows, Eva showing up to her TV shows and radio shows.
Let me cut you out right there, Saturday. I came to work today, Saturday. I was
came to work where?
Minutes ago, Saturday. I was there. I had kind of work today. Going to surprise you for the Thanksgiving week. I was going to surprise you and I pulled up, Saturday. I was out there in the parking lot, Saturday. I was there.
You came to work today.
Yeah, but I'm ain't there right now because I was so excited that I had finally showed up when to surprise you, Saturday. And now I'm first grader.
Why?
I'm real first grader right now.
Why?
Because I was so excited. I done bagged up too fast and hit the little concrete thing will stop you from running over the curb. I done bagged up. and ran over and bust both of my tires on the back of my damn Suzuki Samurai.
Suzuki Samurai. Wait a minute.
I bust both of the tires. You know there's a little bit of
So you were getting ready to bag up, and you bagged up too fast in the parking lot?
I bagged up too fast in the parking lot in front of the radio.
You still out there? Cause we can come out there and help. We still.
Yeah, we can help you fix the tires.
Can't get me now. We gotta go get. No, we finna go to the used tire place and get me 2 more tires and some wheels and some rims.
And you was right outside and didn't tell nobody.
I was so upset. I was so mad.
Mad about what? Mad about what?
Cause I bust both my tires on my damn Suzuki Samurai. They were 2 new used tires.
Yeah, them like bicycle tires, dog.
Yeah, oh yeah, 2 used. Okay, I get that, but why did you back up though?
Because I was trying to bag in because I'm black. So you know black people don't pull in straight.
That's true.
That's
true.
So you bagged in too fast.
Well, I bagged in too fast. I was trying to text you and tell you, guess who here? As soon as I said who here, bam, bust my damn tires.
Well, you text me and said who here, and you said who here.
I said, guess who here?
Right, and when you got the who here, all of a sudden.
As soon as I hit send, I hit that damn thing at the same time. I hit the damn concrete thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me look at my phone. You hit send?
Yo.
Yeah.
And it bust both of my tires.
Can you screenshot that text message you sent Rick?
Can you screenshot
it? Say what?
There is a song that I like to sing. I had some good days, and I had some bad days.
Here you go.
But you know my good days outweigh my bad days.
Here we go, Rock.
I won't complain.
Come on.
I had some good days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had some hills to climb. All of my weary days. Why?
Wait a minute.
Why? So much pain. But he knows what's best for me. I know you say that sometimes, Jamel. Even though my weary eyes can't see.
But right now.
So right now, I said thank you, Lord.
Come on.
Thank you, Lord.
Come on.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah. Huh. Hey.
I won't complain.
Listen to it.
Woo, woo. God has
Brett,
been good to
Brett,
me.
thank you for inviting us to your church Sunday. Yeah, oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Don't do that.
Can we get her and Ought to Be Glad together on a duet?
Oh, yeah. That would be beautiful. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. All right, everybody, you know that, as you know, Gary is taking the day off, but don't worry, we got you. So the morning show is throwing a tea party. Instead of doing a tea, we're doing a tea party so we can talk about all of the mess that's brewing. Now, if you follow me on social media, you've seen Torn the Dawn, a lot of heels on.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of heel. We gonna say Lauderdale, a lot of heel.
Okay.
Started his career at 99 Jams.
Yes, indeed.
And has moved over to us on Hot or whatever. Torn the Dawn with our weekly morning show recap, as he often is the first one to post when news hit the street. So I don't know how he must got your ear really to the streets, because I be seeing your post first on everything. So we had to invite him to pour the tea with us this morning. Welcome to the tea party, Torn the Dawn.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank you.
And that's T-O-I-N-E. Now I saw that Dr. Dre make an appearance on stage at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this weekend, but right after that he was trending on Twitter, and it wasn't for his appearance. What happened that quick?
That is because his financial assets have finally been revealed in his ongoing divorce with Nicole Young. They say Dr. Dre sold off a portion of his Apple Music, his stocks, for $73 million. $180 million in cash, $260 million in property, and $6 million in stocks. And he's currently paying Nicole $300,000 a month in temporary spousal support. And she feels like she's entitled to half of it because Yeah, because she has something to do with the Beats by Dre, and she says the prenup was ripped, so she feels like she's entitled to half of that. And those documents have been revealed, according to TMZ.
So half of everything?
Half of everything. This right here is changing the game for Nicole.
Man. Ooh.
For everybody.
I think just give her the money and get out the way.
Is she gonna get it? Is she gonna get it?
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but it kind of looks like this kind of changes the game for her just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, who ripped
the prenup? She did.
They're not saying who ripped the prenup. She's just saying that it's null and void because it's been ripped.
That's not true.
He did.
That's not true.
But why would he rip a prenup that's going to protect him?
That's
a
messy.
good point.
It's messy. She just want the money, and I think he should just give her a little something and just get her out the way. Because this
just settle.
It's just too much at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, $300,000 a month, that's a decent amount. But I guess if you're not super rich, I mean,
if you're Nicole Young, that's probably
rich,
like...
Right, that's not enough to her.
I think if you give her about $50 million, she ought to go away.
Right.
Right.
That's a lot of money.
All right, y'all. Let me just talk about this. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been trying to let y'all talk, but now I got to get mine in.
Yes.
Now here that Nicki Minaj, y'all. She gave the ladies from the Real Housewives of Potomac the business on part 3 of the reunion. Twan, tell us what happened with her and Giselle's sidekick.
What she came out shooting at Ashley Darby. I was like, oh my God. Now, first and foremost, the entire setup was supposed to be pink. Nikki came out in all black, and she said her name for the night is Indiana Minaj. So she is taking over for Andy Cohen, and she just came out like a straight shooter. She was shooting at everybody, especially Ashley and Candace. And this is going to be good.
Ashley?
Because she feels like Ashley did not have a storyline, and she was trying to hold on as tight as she could to Giselle and just make a story for herself. I mean, she went just as low because, Ashley just had a baby. Nikki said, did you sit your breast milk down to go be messy for the cameras can follow you? I said, Nikki, I don't think you belong on this show, but she looks so damn good. Nikki looked really good last night. I just got to say. She looks really good to just have a baby, had a baby herself. Yeah.
And so part 4 reunion is November the 28th.
This Sunday is going down. I will be glued to the TV.
Speaking of glued to the TV, can we talk about Tammy Roman? I mean, she co-hosting The Real today, and I heard that she letting the fans know about a health scare. What's going on with this health scare?
Look at Rock T with the T. I'm just saying, they say this is we gotta pray for Tammy. She opened up. When she was 13 years old, she said that she suffered from an eating disorder, and that's followed her entire life. She also opened up about having type 2 diabetes, and she's keeping it all the way real this morning on The Real. So if you want to check that out, check your local listings. And she just talked about how this casting director just ripped her to shreds about her body. She said she grew up very thin, 5'9". She thought she was going to be a model, and this lady just tore her apart, and that lives with her today. So she's opening up. She said she feels very comfortable with the ladies of The Real, and she's just keeping it real.
That's what I'm talking about.
Even what is dysmorphia? What is that?
Body dysmorphia. It's basically when you see something then different than it actually is. So if you look in the mirror, you might see rolls and you might see yourself out of proportion, but in truth, you're not. It's like your mind psychs you out.
And for those of y'all that wasn't with us an hour ago, you was reporting on Wendy Williams.
Yes, sad news. Wendy Williams is reportedly confined to a wheelchair after it's been reported that she has completely lost all circulation, Ricky, in her legs and in her feet. And sadly so, they say my girl is suffering from the early stages of dementia. So this is quite scary. And Wendy, this is sad. Y'all know I love Wendy. I love me some Wendy.
Yeah, we don't like that. I do too.
Yeah, that's really sad, man. All right, man. That's a wrap for our tea party this morning, man. Twan, thank you for helping us out.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Now, look, y'all. Now, let everybody know how you can be followed.
Follow me on Instagram at Twan the Don or on Facebook at Antoine Edwards. Do the one with the blue profile. My name is spelled Toine.
Toine.
There you go.
Edwards.
There you go.
Lot of hill.
What?
Lot of hill.
Twan the
Browford. With a V. Browford. Represent Browford.
Y'all showing up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ricky.
Hey, y'all giving us Twan the Don.
Twan the
Don. More Ricky Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News. It's what's trending now.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour, y'all. Listen, a lot of stuff going on. We got Attorney Glendon 3 on with us this morning, and not guilty on all charges. That's the verdict that came out of Kenosha, Wisconsin on Friday. in homicide trial while in the homicide trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. By the way, Tamar, the young kid Tamar
Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice was sitting on a swing with a toy gun, and he's dead. And Trayvon Martin is dead. Just want to throw that in there. Meanwhile, in Brunswick, Georgia, closing arguments are set to begin today as 3 men are on trial in connection with the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. We got Attorney Glenn Threet is back with us again this morning to discuss both cases. Good morning, Attorney Threet.
Good morning, Ricky, and good morning to your radio audience.
Man, what is your reaction Friday? And I know what you, bruh, when you text me and said what you said, I put it on Facebook because you're absolutely right. Friday to the not guilty verdicts for Kyle Rittenhouse after the jury deliberated for 3.5 days. Were you surprised?
I was not surprised, Ricky, unfortunately, because of the way the trial had been going. I had been watching parts of it along the way, and just the temper of the case, the way the judge was making rulings, which I felt favored the defendant, and also the standard of self-defense. And to be honest, there was some evidence that Mr. Rittenhouse was threatened. There was an incident where one of the defendants, one of the victims, allegedly pulled a gun on him, and that was on the video. So I wasn't surprised by that at all. But the thing that surprises me about the Rittenhouse case is what other people's reactions to it were. First of all, we know that Rittenhouse was out on a $2 million bond that had been raised online. And so the fact that this case had national implications is no surprise to anybody. So his acquittal has increased support in the right for gun owners, and it's going to have national implications going forward. It's going to make right-wing fanatics think that whenever there's a protest for black racial justice, that they can arm themselves and go to that protest as counter-protesters. And if something happens, like they end up killing somebody, that they'll be free of any consequences for it. And so that vigilante justice standard being set by this case is very, very damaging.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty scary and dangerous, man. And Glennon, now you talked a little bit about how the jury may have arrived at that not guilty on all of the counts, but can you speak on that a little bit more and how they came to the not guilty on everything?
Well, there were two shootings. There was one shooting involving Mr. Rosenbaum where there was evidence in the video that Rosenbaum had reached for the barrel of his gun. And that there also, Rittenhouse testified that prior to the events that were captured on the video, that Rosenbaum had said some threats to him. Now, that wasn't captured, and the prosecutor argued that it didn't happen, but the jury heard that evidence and may have believed it. Now, the second incident involved the murder, the killing and the shooting of the second and third victims. And in that instance, there was somebody that pointed a gun at Mr. Rittenhouse. In fact, the victim testified that he did, in fact, do that. And that was prior to Rittenhouse shooting him. So there was some evidence that Rittenhouse was responding to a perceived threat.
Hey, Glenn, I got to ask you, the performance of the judge with the, what is it, the Supreme Court, the Wisconsin Supreme Court, like if a judge behavior is just really, really bad and really, really biased, what happens? Because once you prosecute somebody, then that's dead. It ain't like they could redo it.
That's correct. It's hard to get a judge disciplined, Ricky. I've been practicing criminal defense law for 37 years. I wish I had that judge over some of my trials. I mean, he was the most pro-defense judge I've ever seen. He wouldn't even let the people that had been killed be referred to as victims. He let the defendant pick the members of the jury that were going to be alternates by his hand out of a lottery box. I mean, there were a lot of things that are very unusual to that case and maybe even unique to Wisconsin law in general. But, I wish I had a judge like that in many of my cases.
It was pretty crazy. So, look, Glennon in Brunswick, down in Georgia, the closing arguments are scheduled to start today in the Ahmaud Arbery, for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. Now, what's your thoughts about this defense attorney and all the controversial stuff that statements he's making?
That guy is bananas. You talking about Mr. Bow, the attorney for Brian, I think. Yeah, he's the one that made the comments about the people out, the demonstrators that include a number of black pastors being a public lynching. And he also tried to get Reverend Sharpton and Jesse Jackson excluded from the courtroom. He's trying to develop some appellate issues in my mind and just trying to publicize, hoping some of that stuff will get back to the jury and poison the panel. But, the Arbery case is very different than Rittenhouse because Arbery was a classic lynching. where these vigilantes just decided they could go out and kill somebody because they basically wanted to. But the judge in that case, Judge Halsey, made a ruling that I think is going to make it very difficult for the defendants to win. And he ruled that the interpretation of the Georgia law that allows citizens to arrest people only applied in instances where the people had witnessed the felony occurring immediately before the arrest. And that's going to gut that case, as one of the defense lawyers said, because they allege that Mr. Arbery committed crimes days, if not even months, before they went out to try and arrest him under this sort of cockinated citizen's arrest sort of scheme on a law that has since been, thrown out by the Georgia governor.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll see a different result in Georgia.
Yeah. So let me. I think the thing that's confusing, all three defendants are those. So by all of them at the defense table, whatever the jury come back with, all of them have to serve that same time.
No, well, it depends on what they get convicted of, and they could get convicted, or first of all, they could get acquitted of everything. But even if convicted, they could be convicted of different things. The thing that's crazy about the Arbery case is that you got a shooter, and then you have another accomplice who is his father, who was also armed, and then you got a third guy, Mr. Bryan, who wasn't armed at all. And so they're all charged with murder in a case as being complicit and accomplices to each other when only two of them had guns.
Because when black folks go out and commit crimes or whatever, you watch First 48 and you can see that, okay, you was with him, they all go to jail.
Yeah, that's called accomplice liability, and that means if you facilitate the crime, when you look at the McDaniel and his dad, they both were acting in concert. In fact, I think that the dad was the one who told his son to go and get the shotgun when the dad got his .357. So they drove together, and then Brian came a little bit later. But they were all involved. That case was just a straight-up Georgia lynching. That was a case where some white men with racist implications decided that they didn't like what a black man was doing, and they decided to take the law into their own hands, and it ended up in Mr. Arbery's unfortunate murder. But, it's very different than Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is really a case where you had some right-wing people who were, who politicized that whole issue and got Mr. Rittenhouse to decide that he wanted to leave his home, get an unlawful gun, go to another state, and become a vigilante and to protect property, and ended up killing people.
And you got some folks around here go out here and shoot up Young Dolph, and not just Young Dolph, all these other folks, but wouldn't dare, these little punks, wouldn't dare confront a white supremacist. That's the crazy part about it.
You got members of Congress offering Rittenhouse a congressional internship. I mean, it's completely out of control.
Man, it's
when
worse.
I heard that, I was like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's worse than the 60s. We are all, and this is why it's so important to go out here and vote on off-year elections when these judges run and board members and city council and mayors and stuff, especially when these judges running, and then a lot of black judges are under attack all over the country, because the country is turning real conservative. And when black folks did...
A perfect example of what you're saying, Ricky, is that, remember in Rittenhouse, he was charged with an illegal gun case. That charge was dismissed because it was not against the law for him to have that AR-15 in a counter-protest. Because what happens is exactly what you said. People ignore a lot of these local elections. They don't show up. These laws get passed by legislators that do not represent our interests. And then it legitimizes actions by people that are out there doing stuff that's completely against our interests and against common sense.
Right.
It should not be legal for a 17-year-old to go across state lines with an illegal gun, openly carry it, and then shoot somebody. And it wasn't. It was not against the law for him to have that gun.
And ain't that crazy? Trayvon Martin, 17 years old, the same age as Rittenhouse, and the only thing he had was some iced tea and a bag of Skittles, but he get the death penalty, and that white man get acquitted. George Zimmerman get acquitted for it, and Rittenhouse get the walk after killing two people and injuring another. And when we did not go out here and vote when Hillary Clinton was running against Donald Trump or whatever, he walked into the White House and appointed not one, not two, 3 United States Supreme Court justices.
Not to mention all the lower court judges that were appointed.
Plenty of federal Mitch
of
McConnell. Man, like unbelievable. And that
25% of all the federal judges in the United States were appointed by Donald Trump.
25 what?
25% of all the federal judges in the United States were appointed by Donald Trump. Those people serve lifetime terms. In my district, we have 4 Trump Trump judges, and just in the Northern District of Alabama, that'll be serving lifetime terms. Some of them could be on the bench for 35 to 40 years.
Glennon, let everybody know how you could be reached.
Glennon Threed on Facebook.
There it is, y'all. Hey, Glennon, thank you, big bro.
Thank you, man. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Hey, you too, man. All right, we got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
What's up? Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 12 before the top of the hour. Y'all time for Eva's Corner. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner. This week's Eva's Corner is for the mature adults that have been in long-lasting relationships. So, let's say you have a longtime friend group made up of several friends, and one of the couples in your group breaks up. Now, the holidays are right up the street. You're most likely hosting. The kids come over. What do you do when it's time to invite? Do you invite both parties? Do you pick sides? How exactly does that work? Now, for myself, the reason why I'm doing this topic is because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at who I'm inviting over for Thanksgiving. And though my husband and I have a large friend group, some of the relationships didn't last. But I'm friends with the wives now, and their kids are friends with each other. So what happens when the holidays are here and it's time to invite people over? Do you invite everyone? How do you do this, Ricky?
Send them a group text and let them figure out between the two of them which one want to come and feel more comfortable.
That's smart. So you don't even take sides. You just let them dictate.
So, hey, we love both of y'all. We having Thanksgiving over here. Y'all are both invited, so y'all discuss among yourselves what you feel like doing. And we hope to see you. We hope everybody could be adults and just for a couple of hours enjoy food and family and love.
But just because people break up don't mean that they don't get along anymore. They still might can be in the same room together. They just don't leave together.
That's a really good point because it really does depend on the state of the relationship now. Like if they are clashing or if they're cool with it. What you think, Brad?
I think people should know how to act like adults when it's occasions like that. Put your pride to the side. Be there for your family. Do what you got to do. You don't got to be all in their face and be all they homie, buddy, but just do it for the family. Sit down, pray, eat a good meal, and enjoy the holiday.
I was about to say, what about the new person in their life?
Yes, come on, Rob.
Well, they just all got to be adults, man. Come on, put all the petty stuff to the side. In my opinion, just put the pettiness to the side. You could still have a girl as soon as you walk back out the door.
Yeah. I mean, my kid's mom is married, and we all go out to dinner, and I always sit next to her husband, and he a big Alabama fan, and I absolutely love him. Nice. And we be sharing food and stuff, and I be talking to him, man. That man ain't did nothing to me. That man is nice to my kids, have protected my son in dangerous situations. So what I'm gonna sit up mad at him for or whatever? The man came in the house last Christmas when they came over. He got some gifts straight from the University of Alabama and just gave him stuff, man, and treated him with love and respect because it takes a community to raise a kid. You know what I'm saying? Now one subject we got to talk about when people start inviting other people. That's when I get uncomfortable because those are your friends. I don't know them. And if you want to be with your friends, have something at your house. Like my grandma always said, everybody should cook a thing. Even if you're going to someone else's house for Thanksgiving, my grandma always said, you make sure you cook you some dinner.
Yeah.
You cook your own little Thanksgiving meal, and then you have people who you love and comfortable around at your house. But the chemistry don't mix with everybody because people are different when they're around people that they don't know.
Yeah. Well, Ricky, it sounds like you and the morning show are being very mature this morning, but we do have some callers. I want to know what they think. Let's hit up them calls.
Good morning.
Well, I'm actually part of the couple that broke up, and my friends so far have not taken sides. They just have decided, if they also hook up with someone else, they just don't want to be around that person right now because it would be awkward to invite a new person into that group. Yeah, I just go solo.
What we did was, man, we just didn't have a big event, and we went and visit both of the parties because we were real close to them, and we just decided to chalk one up, I guess.
All right, man. That's good stuff right there, y'all. Hey, hit us up on our website if you weren't able to get through and you got an opinion. We got songs. Y'all, thank you, Eva. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
We got songs that will stay in your head all day. Up next, it's the morning show. The morning show. Bunk beds and slam.
Yeah, on a milk cart. Little milk crate.
We built those too.
Yes, sir.
Well, Janai.
Good morning. Good morning.
Janai. Boy, I done went back down memory lane with this song. Boy, I done went straight back to the project, Janai.
You took us back, Rickey Smiley. You took us back.
Yes, sir, boy. I'm talking about, man. Boy, that back. Then you work in the middle of the night. The truck come and empty the dumpster and wake everybody in the projects up.
I got one more for you.
Come on.
Remember the Nerf football?
Yeah.
That your friend's dog got a hold of and ripped it up, but we still played with that bad boy.
Sure did. Can throw a spiral.
He throw a spiral with a toe-up Nerf football.
Man, come on now. And the first time that muscle stretch bust open, you didn't know all that stuff had bubble gum in the middle of it. Man, go on. I'm sorry, Janai. This year, man, it seems like Black Friday specials have been running the whole month of November, but officially Black Friday comes to kick off the holiday shopping season in just 4 days. So this year deals may be harder to come by with the reports of shortages on certain products like laptops and gaming consoles, higher shipping costs, and longer delivery times. So here to share some holiday shopping tips this Monday is our money expert, Janai Thorne. And if you have a question for Janai, just call us right now at 866-9-RICKY. Good morning, Janai.
Good morning. Good morning. I can't believe it, y'all. Thanksgiving is almost here, and Black Friday is right there, right behind it.
Man, so what are the best sites? The best sites to go to find out about the best Black Friday deals.
So if people are pressed for time and they don't want to go really store by store, retailer by retailer, here are a few good sites for you. One, bestblackfriday.com. dealnews.com, theblackfriday.com, and Got a Deal. Now, what's really good about these sites are they actually have leaked and authorized Black Friday ads. And also, you can actually sign up to get deal alerts based on specific product categories that you're interested in, so they can push out information to you as products are going on sale that you're interested in.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm sorry, but what are the retailers doing this holiday season, that our listeners need to know about so they can save some money?
Okay, Brad, a few things are happening. Number one, price matching is going to be huge this holiday season. So, for example, Target has already announced that shoppers buying anything between October 10th through December 24th will be able to request a price adjustment if the price drops later this season. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. Walmart launched their Walmart Plus members program. Now, this is actually Walmart's response to Amazon Prime. So you can get that membership. It's only $13 a month, but you will have access to sales before everyone else, just like Amazon Prime. So definitely want to check that out as well, too.
Love that. Now, we love our phones and we love our apps that are on our phone, but the best apps are the ones that teach us how to save money. So as our money expert, what apps can we use this holiday season to help us save money?
Okay, so here are a few good ones. So first of all, I don't know if anyone's ever used just Google Shopping. Great tool to use if you're looking for specific items. Price Grabber is a good one. Shopzilla is another one. But here are a couple things that I want people to check out. So if you're okay with adding a browser extension, so this is something that you're going to layer right on top of, for example, your Chrome, you want to check out something called Camel. So if you're a big Amazon shopper like I am, Camel is a free Amazon price tracker. It monitors millions of products, and then it alerts you when a specific product that you want actually goes on sale. So you want to check that one out. One other browser extension.
How do you spell that? Camel?
Literally camel, Brad. So it's the word camel 3 times, but you don't even have to worry. You don't even have to worry about logging to Amazon every day. They will let you know, Camel will let you know when certain Amazon products go on sale that you're interested in.
We're talking to our money expert, Janai Thornton. And, you know, many stores started their holiday sales early due to COVID and also the supply chain issues. But the question is it still better to go in the store to shop or online? I get the online is convenient, but some people still like that old school getting up and going to the store.
Well, you know, this season is going to be a little different. There may be a few deals in store, but everything that I've seen and read, the majority of the deals are actually expected to be online. So you may want to use a two-part strategy, but please make sure you're tracking everything online as well.
Oh, man. All right, Janai, thank you so much for keeping us up to date with this helpful information. Let everybody know how they can follow you for more tips.
Y'all have an amazing holiday season, and you can please follow me at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTON.
All right, y'all. Janai Thornton, y'all.
One time.
Coming up, got your front page. You don't want to miss it. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment is being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right. If you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. All right, Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. In a very sad story, at least 5 people are dead and 40 others are wounded after an SUV plowed into a Christmas parade in the suburb of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, among those that were hit by the SUV, a small group of young dancers and a group of seniors called Dancing Grannies were also injured. Police officer fired his gun to stop the SUV, and the suspect is now in custody. Meanwhile, a rally was held over the weekend after jurors found 18-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse not guilty on any charge related to killing 2 men and injuring a third during racial justice protests in Wisconsin last year. Now, during an interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News that will air tonight, Rittenhouse says that he is not a racist person and that he supports the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, in related news, 2 paid Fox News contributors resigned in protest of this Tucker Carlson documentary that featured debunked conspiracy theories about the January 6th attack on the Capitol. So the documentary attempts to rewrite the attack, portraying the conservatives as the victims. Now, in other news, following the Rittenhouse verdict, all eyes will be on Georgia. Closing arguments are scheduled for today in the murder trial of 3 white men charged of killing a black jogger, Ahmaud Arbery. And lastly, here is a warning on a new trend that's happening. So many of the pregnant women out here are using marijuana during pregnancy, usually for morning sickness. Now, a new study has found that the use of marijuana by pregnant women can cause the increase of children having anxiety and behavioral issues. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Let's talk about LeBron James getting ejected, man. I don't know if you guys saw the game last night between the Lakers and the Detroit Pistons, but LeBron and Isaiah Stewart got into it. They was both battling each other for a rebound, and Isaiah pretty much said, listen, I'm stronger than you, and you ain't gonna get position on me. LeBron did throw kind of an elbow, but he wasn't intentionally trying to throw an elbow to hit him intentionally into the face. Right. I think he just accidentally connected. His hand actually connected with his lip and his eye. He started bleeding. Then they kind of came face to face. We don't know what words were said after that, but then the bench is cleared, and y'all see it. It's all on social media. And they both got ejected. Now, come on. Say what you want to say about LeBron James. He ain't no dirty player.
He's not.
He's not a dirty player. So it was just an unfortunate situation that he connected with him and the guy started bleeding.
Did he do a press conference? Did he tweet or say anything?
I don't think he said anything yet.
Yeah.
But he's going to come out.
I'm just looking at the optics of it. The dude, I was bleeding like that, man. Right. I really felt bad for the guy or whatever. And then when I went back and looked at the replay,
Yeah,
It was just, that's testosterone, everybody worked up. tense as a game.
Absolutely.
And it's just hard to get people to calm
And
down.
it probably was some noise, trash talking throughout the game leading up to that.
led up to that.
Yeah, it's all to the good. Let's talk college football real fast, man. We got some issues to break down real quick. Now, if Alabama is able to play a perfect game and somehow beat Georgia in the SEC championship, then, of course, Alabama punches their ticket to the college football playoffs. Georgia's going to be in the playoffs, win or lose. They in there, all right? Cincinnati is the one that everybody is still questioning because they're undefeated. Michigan versus Ohio State is the determining game. Whoever wins that game, they in the playoffs. Whoever loses that game, they out of the playoffs, all right? So then you got Notre Dame sitting on the outside. Like, what about us? What if we win out? It is what it is. So I'm gonna break this thing down in more detail later on in the week. But I believe that Cinderella Cincinnati, if they win out and win their last game, they should be into the playoffs. Regardless of what will happen if they play the big dogs like Alabama and Georgia, they still may get blown out, but they've earned a spot into the playoffs.
Right.
That's what I got right there. Brad got the hot spot. Brad got the hot spot. What it is, pimpin'?
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BRA18.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour. This segment is being brought to you by Oral B-I-O Electric Toothbrush. Give you that professional, that's right, electric toothbrush that give you that professional clean feel at home every single day. Man, check it out at oral-b.com and brush like a pro. Brush Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Brush your tongue. Let that toothpaste get up under them gums and stuff. Where you been sleep all night, hit them sidewalls, everything in the back of your throat, everything, and gargle with some Listerine. I ain't trying to be mean, but you need Listerine. Not a sip, not a swallow, but the whole damn bottle. Well, you better come on, ninth grade. Come on. Brad, what up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tad, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Ghostbusters Afterlife grabbed $40.5 million in its opening weekend. The film stars had some of the originals in it, like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Sigourney Weaver. Eternals grabbed second place in its third weekend out, earning $10.8 million, while King Richard debuted at around $6.5 million. And in fairness, it was also streaming on HBO Max as well. Did anybody catch that? I can't wait to see that.
I hadn't seen King Richard.
It was epic.
It was good. That's the Serena and Venus story about their dad, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it actually follows Serena a lot, but it gives so much insight to where they get it from. And their dad, he is King Richard, and Will Smith played that.
Okay, well, that's what's up. I heard he did a great job. All right, y'all, Beyonce and Blue Ivy Carter and more helped pay tribute to Jay-Z at the 2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Blue appeared at the end of the video reciting one of Jay-Z's lyrics from the 1998 Ride or Die song, saying, congrats, S. Carter, ghostwriter. You paid the right price, so we just make your hits tighter. She later busted out laughing, all right? And then they said the other celebrity participants was Kevin Hart, Rihanna, Halle Berry, David Letterman, and more. And Jay-Z's mom, Gloria Carter, also spoke. So congratulations to Jay-Z, and also congratulations to LL Cool J, who was inducted as well and presented by Dr. Dre, as well as the Queen of Rock and Roll herself, Miss Tina Turner. She was inducted too, and that's well deserved, I think, from all those people. So congratulations to them. All right, y'all, let me let y'all know about Will Smith. He talking about doing a versus against LL. So speaking of LL, Will Smith said that he would do a versus battling him. However, he did admit that he wasn't too confident that he'd come out with the win. He said, yeah, me and L were talking about doing one, but I never had the chance to. I was writing my book. Plus, L is going to body me. So he already knows. So why would you want to go up against somebody that's going to body you?
Wait a minute, who?
You know?
LL Cool J
and Will Smith.
Oh, wow.
Not even a chance.
Will don't want that.
Nah.
Will don't want that.
Will don't want
I mean,
that.
go on, get in there. I mean, Will, we know Will just doing it for fun. That ain't trying to, like, who the better rapper. Everybody know LL go
it's
hard.
Not a question.
Yeah, when LL break out with that I'm Bad, that's going to wrap it up pretty much. Hell, Will Smith probably going to jump in and start rapping I'm Bad.
Okay, Ricky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad to be on stage with LL Cool J just to just to be on the stage while you singing I'm Bad. You know, sometimes you just have to bow down. You know what I'm saying? It's certain comedians like that, man. I stand on the side of the stage knowing damn well, man, I wouldn't dare try to match up with that, man. I love a great artist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they would make it fun together. They would make it fun.
Oh,
they would have a good time together.
Because they both good people, man. And their music is fun. You know, they don't have, their music is not aggressive. It's just like something your kids definitely should watch. That's a good, good versus
music.
Yeah, we would enjoy that thing right there. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got the Praise Mix Down. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.